must follow the law. The law says...
Glorious. Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up. It's the Law with Attorney Larry Forman. Folks, today we are going to cover one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Charlie Penguinz0, also known as Moist Critical. This man I have been following for years. Sometimes I watch him play video games. Sometimes I listen to him rant about, this, that, or the other. He is like Reddit for YouTube. He is the front page of YouTube. He talks about the latest antics, the craziest scam, the weirdest situation that has recently happened. And, he has some very valuable input. I really admire, respect, and am very interested in what the man has to say from time to time. And so I've been tuning in for quite some time. Today, folks, I want to talk about a situation that Charlie has been involved with, which I thought was going to be a lot more long-lived than it was, and we have to talk about it. Essentially, what I've discovered is that the lawyers who served Charlie some paperwork very recently as October 10th, and the situation literally appears to have lasted 2 days, October 10th and 11th, is that they were planning on filing a lawsuit against Charlie on behalf of Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold. Now, those two gentlemen are storm chasers. Here's what happened. Basically, this happened about a year ago. Hurricane Milton was forming off the coast of Florida in October 2024. Charlie, living in and or near Tampa, was simply talking to his audience, worried about the hurricane incoming that was, as he so eloquently put it, was ready to spread his butt cheeks and tear him up a new one. And rightfully so. I mean, him being within proximity of the hurricane's landing, there could be very severe damage. And if you all remember, Hurricane Milton did cause some severe damage. But luckily, there wasn't anything too significant, and the hurricane dissipated very shortly thereafter, almost, I think, to the day, October 12, 2024, from the day that this video is premiering, October 12, 2025. There is another channel by the name of Ryan Hall, y'all, and I believe I have also shared Ryan Hall's channel on my channel at least a couple of times when I went live either last year or the year before, when I was talking about a hurricane that was coming to us in Kentucky, and it was terrifying. And it's very, very important to keep people informed, to make sure people are safe, especially if you are in the vicinity of where the hurricane is going to be landing and causing the damage. So what did Charlie do? Charlie, very briefly, for literally, by his own admission in a video that he made both yesterday and the day before yesterday, he said that he made a couple of snippets while he was live talking to his audience, and he took a couple of snippets from Ryan Hall's channel and shared it with his audience. That's it. Like 2 minutes here, another minute there, 30 seconds there. Nothing significant. So what happened? So today I want to talk about the possible legal and ethical implications of viral DRM coming after Charlie Penguinz0 from the perspective of a practicing attorney, and what this might mean both for Charlie, for Reed, and for Brad, and of course, viral DRM. So first and foremost, understand that viral DRM is a company. They probably have some lawyers either on staff, some in-house counsel. They seem to be like a pretty big company representing fairly large YouTubers like storm chasers and so on. And their job is to protect copyrighted content if they find it as they scour the internet and they find their content somewhere else, to come after the individuals who are using this information and to collect their due fees for copyright infringement. Sounds great on paper, doesn't it? Well, not so fast. Viral DRM by themselves have, number one, an ethical duty to their clients to keep them informed at any stage of the proceedings, any type of proceedings, before they even send what looks like was sent a demand letter to Charlie Penguinz0. He got a demand letter. That was the thick packet that he was talking about in his video. That's what he received. And that's what he was talking about literally on October 10th, just a couple of days ago, saying, what is this thick packet that I have received? It would scare most people. Now, he, of course, has lawyers on staff. He reached out to them, and they assured him that this is a nothing burger, you can relax, and so on and so forth. But there are other people, as Charlie said, that may not be so lucky. When they receive a packet like that, it might be really, really scary. Like, what do I do? What is the first step? What do I need to take? Do I have to pay money? Oh my God, I'm going to have lawyer fees, and negligent or reckless infliction of emotional distress comes to mind. I don't know. That's just the beginning. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, Viral DRM, other than having a duty to Reed, Brad, and other content creators that they represent, they have an ethical duty to inform their clients that they are going to or they're about to take action against someone on their behalf. They have a duty to notify their clients like, hey, listen, we found your content in XYZ places. What would you like to do? Option A, ignore. Option B, pursue. Or option C, maybe just send a threatening, menacing letter and see how they respond. Well, that's exactly what happened in Charlie's case. Viral DRM, presumably through an attorney, and I hope that they sent, if there are demand letters going out, you better have either a paralegal on staff, but more than likely an attorney has drafted that, and the paralegal may have sent it out, this demand letter to Charlie to cough up some dough for the use of copyrighted materials that he has taken, allegedly, from Reed and Brad. Now, Charlie himself admitted that he has used small snippets. That was not the bulk of the video that he was doing. So there's a lot of free use potential argument there and fair use arguments that he could make. But this is not the point of this video. Have you or someone you love been injured as a result of someone else's negligence? Or worse, you lost a loved one because of it? I am attorney Larry Forman, and myself and my team of trial lawyers are ready to fight for you and get you the maximum compensation allowable under the law. We know the system. We know how to win anywhere in the United States, 24 hours a day. Call 1-844-77-4-HURT. That's 1-844-77-4-HURT. And let's get you every dollar you deserve. Dial that number and buckle up. Let's win this ride. I want to talk about Viral DRM and especially their legal team. You see, folks, attorneys have something called ethical obligations. Yes, I know what you're all thinking. 99% of lawyers make the rest of us look bad. Not every lawyer is ethical. However, yes, they do have ethical duties that must be followed. And in this case, I'm specifically referring to American Bar Association Rule 1.4. And that rule states in relevant part that a lawyer, this is with respect to client-attorney relationships, client-lawyer relationships with regard to communication. A lawyer shall is a must, promptly inform their client of any decision or circumstance with respect to which the client's informed consent is required by these rules, reasonably consult with the client about the means by which the client's objectives are to be accomplished, keep the client reasonably informed, there it is, about the status of the matter, promptly comply with reasonable requests for information, and consult with the client about any relevant information they may have. But part 3, that's what we're at. That's what we're talking about. Lawyers have an ethical duty to inform their clients of any demand letters that they intend to send out on their behalf. You cannot simply keep your client in the dark and send out demand letters on their behalf expecting that, look, we brought you a bag of money 6 months down the road. What if the client does not want to pursue the content creator that the company is attacking? Now, again, I pray for Viral DRM's sake that they are not just sending out thousands and thousands of these letters willy-nilly, because they're going to be in the crosshairs very, very soon, and they're going to be the ones ending up in litigation for sending out frivolous demand letters, not only in violation of the American Bar Association rules when guaranteed they have a lawyer on staff that's violating this rule, and number 2, just for their own company's sake, if they're sending letters without the client's knowledge or consent, the clients are going to go after Viral DRM themselves and the people that they're trying to sue, claiming damages for, like I said, intentional, reckless, negligent infliction of emotional distress at the very least, and of course, violation of client duties. They have duties to their clients to keep them informed, to keep them abreast of the situation of what they're doing, what the prerogative is, who they're going after, and why. Because here's the scary part. Charlie yesterday released a video where he was talking about how both Reed and Brad reached out privately and publicly on X, telling everyone that we don't want to go after Charlie. Even Ryan Holyall commented on the first video on October 10th saying, I just want everybody to know I'm not going after Charlie. Ryan himself was like, look, first of all, it's not even me. I'm not coming after Charlie. And then after Charlie made the video like, hey, I might be sued, the other 2 gentlemen, Reed and Brad, came out and said, wait. We don't want to sue Charlie. What is going on here? I mean, that just defies logic. That just defies the realm of comprehensibility. These companies, this viral DRM, is acting so unethically, violating so many different rules of its own accord, and especially, again, like I said, if they have a lawyer on staff, this violation, failing to inform your client, could lead to some very serious consequences for that attorney. Now, the possible repercussions for the attorney that Viral DRM has on staff range from all the way up to disbarment, down to suspension, a public reprimand, possibly probation. More than likely, they're going to get like an admonition, a private admonition with some conditions. So it's unlikely that these lawyers are really going to get their head bitten off. But that's not the point. The point is Viral DRM has a duty to their clients, and they're clearly failing in their duties, and something must be done about it. Because if you are a client of Viral DRM, you might want to check in with them just to make sure that they haven't sent a letter like that on your behalf. You know, these companies exist for a reason. Viral DRM, among a multitude of other companies, exists to protect the copyrights of their clients. So if somebody else is going to go out of their way, steal the client's work, Viral DRM sends out a bat signal and it comes back like, hey, we found something. You need to know about this. There's like an hour-and-a-half long video of this content creator monetizing a Rumble video, a YouTube video, an X video, whatever it is, without your permission and making money off of it. Well, you're entitled to that money because that's your work product, especially if there's no fair use exception of any kind or any other exception for the use of that content. You cannot just take other people's content, repurpose it, say, this is mine now, and just slap it and say, this is my work. That's what Viral DRM is there for. But they must keep their clients informed. And failure to do so is catastrophic, both for the people getting served, the people doing the service, the clients, and Viral DRM. Folks, I have to say, that is one of the quickest turnarounds I have ever seen in my career, where a company sends out a demand letter to Charlie on a Friday. He gets it, makes a video about it, and on Saturday, it's gone. That is unheard of. Usually, demands take at least a little bit, but when the client is not on board, I mean, it's clear. Both Reed and Brad said, no, we don't want this. Please stop. We like Charlie. We don't want to sue Charlie. That is horrific. That is horrific behavior on the part of Viral DRM. So anyway, folks, I couldn't, when I saw that situation, when I saw poor Charlie receiving this letter, I was like, hold on a second. There is so much going on here. And then the two people literally that are named in the pieces of paper, that more than likely a demand letter for Charlie saying, hey, cough up the dough. You're going to have to pay up this much money. And if not, we're going to file a lawsuit against you, which, again, must be done by an attorney. Both Reed and Brad came out and said, wait. And it's their names on the papers. They said, wait. We didn't do this. We don't want this. We don't want to sue Charlie. We don't want any money from Charlie. He didn't do anything wrong. We love Charlie. And I love Charlie too. But I'm telling you, you got to be careful who you hire. And hopefully both Reed and Brad will search for a new company, because clearly Viral DRM is some type of shark, and not a good one. We all love sharks. We want sharks, but this is not a shark. This is like an octopus just spreading their tentacles of danger, trying to get as much money for themselves, of course, because obviously they take a cut from all these demand letters, because some of these people might be paying without even the client's knowledge or consent. And I hope Viral DRM is at least of the mindset that, hey, we should probably share this money with our clients, because if they're keeping it for themselves, they're going to have a host of other problems to deal with. So, folks, I wanted to thank you all for joining. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I love every single one of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.